Hi guys, it's Matt here from the Forex Coach, and it is Monday the 11th of December. Interesting day today because Bitcoin has become live trading currency on Wall Street. So we've seen that the Bitcoin is just going higher and higher now. I know I've had a couple of trades on Bitcoin. I did have a winning trade short when it was way back in. As you know, my view is that it's a bubble. So for me, I'm not speculating and going long on Bitcoin. Although, as I said, there is speculation that the price can go up as high as, I think I've even heard as high as something crazy like $100,000. But at the end of the day, these people that are invested in it are going to speculate that it keeps going high. And like any bubble, when the bubble bursts, it will come down fast. So I did take that short that I spoke about round here, and I got stopped out. I was actually quite lucky on that because the CFD that I was trading, the brokerage here, stopped trading on Bitcoin because of the fact that it was getting a bit difficult to get the liquidity in it, and you couldn't sort of move stops and enter and exit trades. And I actually got closed out of the trade before the stop loss, so it was a little loss, but overall I'm a little bit down on Bitcoin, but it kind of was paid for by the winning short that I took over here. So I'm going to sit out of Bitcoin now, because it's a bubble. It could just keep going up and up and up and up, and we don't know how high it's going to go. But it's an interesting thing to watch because it's obviously having an impact on the rest of the markets, because we've seen some decent price action so far this morning on some of the other currencies, and I do think that a lot of it's got to be due to the fact that this Bitcoin's now live. So it's going to be interesting to see, because we could see some big rallies on Bitcoin over the course of the next couple of weeks, and we could also see some big sell-offs happening over the course of the next couple of weeks. So I'll keep my eye on it, but at the end of the day, this is a bubble. If you look at the price action and you compare it to a bubble chart, if anyone's familiar with one of the first ever recorded bubbles was the tulip bubble in the Netherlands, where people are speculating on the price of tulip bulbs and just buying them. At the end of the day, the price of the tulip bulb, they weren't worth the money. It's purely going up because people are speculating that price was going to go higher, and that's what's going to and that is what's happening here. So be an interesting one to see, but it's definitely overbought, and although it could stay overbought, what I am interested in actually is this CMO on the weekly chart, because it's not overbought. It's been overbought, but it's come off, and then if we got back up overbought here, that might be when we start to see this this coming back round. So price action wise, although within this period it could go up, double in price, go up to 30,000, 50,000. You just don't know. At some point or another, it's got to start rolling over. So I'm going to watch it just out of interest, and see what happens with it, and see how this one plays out. But yeah, Bitcoin is now on Wall Street. So back to the normal markets that we're trading, and looking at Euro this morning, it was interesting because I'm tempted on a short play at some point now. It started to come off this morning, and then it's now pushed higher. So it is an interesting one because it's in the realms of being overbought on the 1 hour chart. We've now just come up and made contact with this 100 period moving average, and on the daily charts we've got this price action, this rolling over. Now looking at it, I can kind of see it coming back down to these sort of levels. So this moving average here, this 200 period, is going to slowly be going up like this. Price could come down. We've got lows over here, so I could see us now getting down to these levels, 115, even as low as 114, 114.90, sort of around these levels. So at some point or another, so I'm just interested in that. but I'm looking short-term wise as a potential short trade. If this can push up, tempted now, but I might want to see it push up slightly higher. I'm just going to keep my eye on the price action and see if we can get a short trade off on that. Okay, I'm heading out for a bit. I've got a meeting to go to, so I want to get a short in, but I'm not happy with the current level on this euro. So I've put in a sell limit order just up here. So what I'm looking for is a slight push higher here, up to this sell limit, and looking to get in a short there with target just below the lows from Friday. So sell limit is in. We'll see if we can get that filled over the course of the next couple of hours while I'm out. Okay, now back, and the original sell limit position that we put in this morning has now been filled. It came up earlier on this morning and never quite made it, and then started to come off, but we've had this push up following the news. So that's good. That's now filled that order. Now what I actually done was, when it came up, I actually took a manual entry as well. So I had the sell limit order up here, took the manual short on there. So I've now got my entry split across two, and I will have two targets. I've just got to pop them in now. Okay, so that's all done. So I've now got my two orders in, both the stop losses up here. First order take profit is just down here, and second is down here. So that's it. Trades in. It's just a matter of sitting, managing and waiting.